and I am with my other co-host, Jim Gum. This is the Warren and Griffin Football Scoreboard. We'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 423-614-6499. We're going to be recapping some games from tonight, September the 12th. First of all, we'll get started with our three local schools. Chat Central, Walker Valley just went final. I believe the score was 49-3. Maryville, Cleveland, final. Maryville 44, Cleveland 7, and Bradley Central against Farragut 24-10. So it looks like all three local teams coming away with the W's tonight.
Well, other than Cleveland.
Other than Cleveland, sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, we expected Walker Valley to roll in their game. I'll tell you, I was very concerned about Bradley going up to Farragut because even though Farragut was 0-3, they had played a monster schedule, and Farragut's always a solid football team. So, you go on the road to against a regional rival like that, you just never know. But they played a good football game. So, like you said, they're up by 2 touchdowns right now. So, yeah, the night's kind of gone like we sort of expected it to go. But man, Walker Valley, man, they are tearing it up offensively right now.
Really good again tonight. The Bradley Farragut game. Farragut has always kind of been kryptonite to Bradley.
They have.
I feel like they haven't had as much success against them as they have other teams in the area. So they seal this off. It's late in the fourth, I think. But if they seal it off, I mean that's coming away with a big win for them.
Oh, for sure, no question. Like I said, it's a region game, and that's the thing. When you play against your region opponents, then the stakes are that much higher. Now tonight, Walker Valley played Chattanooga Central. That was not. Now they'll start all their regional play next week, but Walker Valley, they're playing well. Bradley's playing well, and listen, Maryville's Maryville.
They're a juggernaut.
They are a juggernaut. They are one of the most dominant football programs in the entire state of Tennessee, and they're going to do this to a lot of people. They are just a machine out there, and losing to Maryville is not something that was unexpected.
Right.
We kind of expected it. Yeah, it would have been nice to see Cleveland put a few more points on the scoreboard, but. Maryville does this to a lot more teams than they don't. That's for sure.
They do, year in and year out.
And I tell you, it's you were telling me a story about there's a lot of peer pressure up there at that school, and the tradition. That there's a lot of pressure put on every class. Like, hey, you got to uphold what we've built over the last 2-3 decades.
Right.
And they have tryouts, and they cut kids from their football program every year. Whereas a lot of schools in this area, they're begging kids to come out for football. They're asking the basketball players, "Hey, will you play some football with us?"
Right.
Asking baseball players to play a little football. And up there, it's just like everyone wants to play. They're dedicated. They have feeder system up there that's basically second to none. And it's just like I said, it's just like a machine up there.
Yeah, these kids at Maryville, they've been playing together since they were 5 and 6 years old. They come up through the Pee Wee leagues together. Mm-hmm. They're running the same offense, defense, all the way up through. They get to middle school. They continue to grow, continue to get big, and then they move on to high school. And so it's it's a very convenient way, a really convenient system that they have. The story goes that we had a student teacher a few years ago at our school that actually played football at Maryville. And so when he was asked, like, how does that work up there? Like year in and year out, if you're not winning a state title, you're in the mix. Mm-hmm. And so what he said to me was that it all comes down to peer pressure. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't want to be the class, the group that let the standard be lowered. And so there's this immense pressure of they go 7 days a week. I mean, it's nonstop. It's a machine. So they don't rebuild. They just reload.
And there's a lot of effort being made in this area to have the middle schools become the feeder programs for the high schools. And listen, we have a lot of, and it's unfortunate, and this is my personal opinion, unfortunately, there's a lot of transferring going on around here. I wonder if they're having any issues up there about kids transferring in or out. I would imagine they would get some kids to transfer in. I can't imagine too many would transfer out. But there again, there's a certain number. You can only work with so many,
Right.
But I don't know that. I'm just speculating.
I would say I don't think what county is that? That's
It's just outside of Knoxville,
So-
Knox County. Is it Severe? I
no,
can't remember.
It's
I can't,
lower than that.
Yeah, I
but
can't
It's
remember.
not Knox, but I don't think there's a whole lot of competition for athletes up there. So pretty much all the kids go there. I would say, and I've heard that they do have some that transfer in.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, it's a big-
everybody wants to play for a winner.
It'd be a very desirable location,
Right.
Would it not?
I mean, you're gonna get the looks from scouts that you wouldn't get playing for, another team in the Knoxville area. I mean, if you have the opportunity and you're good enough to be able to do that, then I would advise if you're in that area to do it.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, and we're very, very appreciative of quality football, and we would love to see, quality football at all three schools this year. This is a rebuilding year for Cleveland. I'm convinced that Coach Brown's going to get things turned around, and I would suspect this time next year you won't see a goose egg on the Cleveland side. You'll see some W's by this time next year. But
we have a really good system here, in Cleveland and Bradley County with our little leagues. You have Bradley Youth Football, that they do a tremendous job, getting those kids ready for the next level. You have Cleveland Youth Football, and then Walker Valley started up, their youth league this year as well. So you got three really good programs that are running three really good little league teams or programs.
Well, the thing that hurt the Blue Raiders this year, and we know, it's when the coaching change was made, a lot of the really
Transfers.
quality kids transferred out. So he doesn't have the roster that he would have liked to have had. That's just the reality of it. And but I suspect that things will turn his direction in a positive way next year. But that's next year. This year it's going to be difficult. My big thing, and I've said this time and time again, if you're a fan of the Blue Raiders, continue to support those kids because they deserve it. Don't abandon them just because the record isn't what you want it to be.
Right.
Support those kids because you're not only supporting the football team, you're supporting the band, you're supporting the cheerleaders, the dance teams, everyone that's associated with the high school itself. They rally around their football team, and the fan support is important. So it's easy to support a winner. We all know that.
Oh yeah.
But the stands are the stands are going to be more full when there's a winning product on the field. But man, I just don't want people to abandon this program.
No, and I think if you're a Cleveland fan, you have a lot to look forward to. I really feel like, Al Morris, the AD at Cleveland, Bob Pritchard, the principal, really had a home run hire.
No doubt.
With their coach. I mean, he's got ties to Cleveland. He was an assistant there at one time.
Yep.
You want somebody that is invested, and they have it with him. And I have no doubt that, he's going to have that program looking better, game by game, year by year.
Yeah, I'm a believer in Coach Chris Brown. I am, and we talk to him every Monday, and he doesn't like losing, but you know what he says. You know what we're working, we're getting better. He said if you look at the practices we're having, we are improving. The results haven't shown up. Now, last week against Tullahoma, they played a heck of a game. They really did play a heck of a game against a really good football team.
Right.
Cleveland's not had a weak opponent this year.
Right. Tullahoma's, they have a couple of D1 commits on offense. So, I mean, they are a very good team.
They are a very good team, and Cleveland played their rear ends off last Friday night. They still came up a little short, but you can see the improvement from game one. That first game against Walker Valley, they just were not ready. They just weren't ready to play, but they've gotten better and better and better. But their competition is just brutal.
Right.
It is brutal. Hey, we would love to hear you out there if you're listening to us right now. Give us a call on the Warren and Griffin football scoreboard, 423-614-6499 here on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. And tell us what you think about this this Cleveland football team, and where do you see the improvement for those of you that have been able to watch all 4 games? Unfortunately, I can't watch all the games because I'm here, and I've done. I did the Cleveland game last week, but I've done other games too. So I'm spread thin, so I don't get to see Cleveland each and every Friday night. But I'll promise you this: last Friday, I was extremely impressed with the way they improved. Their skill out there. There's just a real lack of depth.
Right.
Their depth
They're
is
young.
really, really young. Now, they've got depth. It's just an unproven. They're very little experience.
Yeah.
So, anyway. But no, I mean, listen, I think that the future's bright at Cleveland High School. And, I know the future's bright at Walker Valley and Bradley. We know that. You can see the results are showing that. And what about this Walker Valley offense, man? They are just – I mean, they had 600-plus yards of total offense last week.
Right.
And I don't know what their stats are going to be tonight, but, I mean, they're putting a lot of points on the board. They've got to be up there again.
Well, I mean, and, talk about transfers. Walker Valley, their quarterback is a transfer from Cleveland High School.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I mean, the talent is definitely – there for Cleveland, but not to take away from Walker Valley, because Walker Valley's offense is really, really good. And they put a lot of points on the board. But I will say their defense isn't shabby either. I mean, Braylon Beard, game in and game out. I mean, he's making tackles. He is a force to be reckoned with. So
in that game last week against McMinn, I mean, let's see, what was that final score? It was 50. Walker Valley was 54-42. So, last week they didn't get they had to play their starters whole game.
Right.
Because when your opponent's scoring 42 points, it's not like you can pull the starters.
Right.
So that's why they just put astronomical yards and points and everything last week. I mean, the quarterback threw for 500. What was it, 503?
Hey, it was over 500 yards.
That's I said, hey, that record may stand for a while. We don't know. He may have broken again tonight.
He may have.
I don't know. Probably not, but I'm sure they pulled their starters early in that game tonight. But no, the Walker Valley offense, man, they are nothing to sneeze at. They've got some guys that can flat out play football. Mm-hmm. They can run it. They can throw it. They've got
solid. McGowan at quarterback, man, he can sling it.
He can. I really like that kid.
Yeah.
I really like that kid. I like everything about Walker Valley. I think Walker Valley has an opportunity to have a special season. And that remains to be seen. Obviously, staying healthy is the key. But, no, I'm very impressed with them. I'm impressed with Bradley, too. Very impressed with Bradley. Of course, they do have a few key transfers as well.
Uh-huh.
They don't throw the ball as well as Walker Valley, but, man, they've got the athletes. You get the ball in their hands. When it's one-on-one, they've got a lot of guys that can win one-on-one battles.
And they can pound the ball.
They can, man. It is a really it's like two different dynamics when you watch when you watch Walker Valley and you watch Bradley. They're both winning in totally different manners.
Right. Well, and that just goes to show what great coaches that they have, because you coach the talents you have.
That's right.
You may as a coach prefer a certain style of offense, but if you don't have the players to execute that, you're not going to win games forcing your game. They got to play their game.
And Damon Floyd, for 2 years in a row, he's had his starting quarterback go down right there at the beginning of the season, and he's had to make adjustments right then and there. We don't know if they didn't have that injury, maybe they'd be slinging a little bit more on, but
right.
Like you said, he's got the guys, he sees their skill sets, he sees what they're good at and what they're not as good at. And you got to do what you're best at to be able to win football games. And
right.
He's doing a good job of coaching them up.
Yep. Excellent job.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt about that.
Well, what do you say we take a break, and when we come back, we'll go over the rest of these scores from around our area. We'd love to hear from you on Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. This is the Warren and Griffin Football Scoreboard. Give us a call at 423-614-6499. We'll be back in just a moment.
Imagine a trip
20 years later, we've grown
it takes to
many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year, offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices, keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups, making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Come see us.
Love supporting local? Then you'll love shopping with Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, your hometown dealer. We're happy to be part of this community and proud to serve you with the better way to buy and service. Plus,
During the Make This the Summer event, you can drive new Ram trucks for as low as $45,000.
and we'll deliver yours to your door. Visit your hometown dealer today, Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, the better way to buy and service.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT Hand-Breaded Chicken Sandwich.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
At Mermaid Mattress, we've been obsessed with helping you sleep better for over 45 years.
And as a mom of a newborn, I understand the importance of a good night's sleep.
What happened to you?
Your grandson.
This Labor Day, we have the best deals on Mermaid mattresses right here in Chattanooga.
Like our memory foam or two-sided anniversary mattress in any size for only $5.95.
And that's only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep handmade, hand-delivered.
I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Mr. Jim Gum. This is the Warren and Griffin Football Scoreboard. Give us a call here at 423-614-6499. All right, Jim, give us the rundown of the scores.
All right, we'll go over the finals that we have currently. Walker Valley, they win against Chattanooga Central 49-3. It was Maryville over Cleveland 44-7. Bradley does go on the road and come away with a win 24-10 over Farragut. That's a big road victory for the Bears. East Hamilton all over Signal Mountain 57-15 there. McMinn County, man, that team, that's a good football team there. 52-13 at Lenoir City, so they go on the road and get a big W there. Meigs County wins at McMinn Central 29-8. Boyd Buchanan put it to Notre Dame 58-13. Final score, Ray County over Soddy Daisy 35-13. We've got some other games. We don't have the finals just yet, but most of these games are probably close to being finished. But Tyner had a big win, a big lead over Ooltewah at one point. Red Bank probably a final by now over East Ridge. They were up 41-zip at one point. Polk County was up 35-21. We'll get these finals as soon as we get them confirmed. So, yeah, some big scores out there tonight.
Hello, caller. You're on Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, we're doing well. What you want to talk about tonight?
Walker Valley and Chattanooga Central.
Hey, that was a game, wasn't it? Tell us about that Walker Valley offense.
It's wild. It's on fire.
Big game. So, do you happen to know how much Walker Valley's quarterback threw for tonight?
He's 15 for 19, I believe, 320 yards. He didn't play the second half.
Wow. So coming off the over 500 yards passing, he only plays one half and comes up
800 yards passing in the last 2 games. That's pretty impressive now.
Yeah, they didn't play no starters after the second half.
And we kind of figured that was the case. I mean, it was a running clock all during the second half, and of course, Walker Valley. Here they're sitting there at 3-1, and they've got Ooltewah next week, so that's going to be a tough one. So Walker Valley sitting there at 3-1, Bradley sitting there at 3-1. So we've got some interesting things going on here in this county for sure.
Yeah, I get up to the young squad, get in Hernandez, the running back. He's pretty tough too.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this Walker Valley team. They can beat you on the ground. They can beat you in the air. So, they're very balanced offense. And any coach that you talk to, if you can be balanced on offense, you're so far ahead of the game because the defense cannot key on one aspect of your team. So that's great, man. I love to hear it.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Drew Atkins. He's done a great job up there.
Well, congratulations on the big win tonight. We appreciate you calling in.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, so we got some big time offensive stats coming out of Walker Valley each and every Friday night now.
Offense is doing very, very well. Looking ahead to next week, Bradley Central is at home against Red Bank. Cleveland is at Oak Ridge, and Walker Valley will be at Ooltewah High School. So, some interesting matchups. The Walker Valley at Ooltewah, Matt Moody is the new coach at Ooltewah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
he's got some ties to Cleveland. He's a longtime assistant at Bradley Central. Was the head coach at McMinn. So I think we got another call.
Yep.
Hello, caller. You're on Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Hey, man. My name is Kevin.
Hello?
My name is Kevin. I watched the game that was Blood again. Bloody lost the game.
We have a bad connection with you, caller. I'm sorry, we can't make out what you're saying, man.
The Bloody High School lost the game. I saw only my in there. I saw the game. Half awful.
Oh, you watched it?
Yes. Yes.
Bradley won, didn't they?
The Bloody and Felix on F1.
Okay.
But before that, I missed the game.
Oh.
I'll tell you something.
All right.
I played football 2 years ago. I want to play at Bliley. I'm going to try it.
Years ago, huh?
Yes.
Well, caller,
I went to the Philly up me. I got the throw pass and in the pen, and I won on the. I got almost 54 yards touchdown pass, and I spiked it. I done it.
Well, caller, we appreciate you calling in.
You talking about it on the radio station? You asked the hotline back out for me.
All right. Well, listen. Hey, thanks a lot for the call, and keep up supporting these local teams. Okay.
I will.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you. So we got, like I said, here's the key, and everyone knows you want to win every game. That's the most important thing, though, is winning these region games.
Right.
And Bradley right now is sitting there at 2-0 in this region. Now, granted, they haven't exactly played Murderer's Row yet. That's coming.
True.
But they've taken
2-0 in that region.
Yeah, you get 2-0. They beat Hardee Valley last week, of course. They beat Farragut this week, so they're sitting 2-0 in the region. And that region, listen to these teams. In Region 2 6A, Bearden, Bradley, of course, Cleveland, Farragut, Hardin Valley, Maryville, Oak Ridge. That's some tough opponents. And Bradley's going to be playing, all these guys down the road. But they've already got Farragut and Hardin Valley. They've already got those wins, and they should have got those wins.
Right.
You're going to go up against stiffer competition, but as the season wears on, I see Bradley getting better and better. And maybe they can win some of these games. And listen, we all know that the standard is Maryville. That's just the way it is. But Oak Ridge, oh gosh, adding those guys was like, are you kidding me? It's like having the SEC and hey, we're gonna pluck Ohio State and put them in the middle. Really, is that what you're gonna do to us? So you gotta really wonder sometimes about this. How they place these teams. I know what they do. They do it by regions, and they try to do it by geography as best they can. But man, I think Region 2 6A might be the most difficult in the entire state.
Definitely the most competitive. Week in, week out. Bradley being 2-0 in the region, it's all about doing the little things. You win the games you're supposed to, and you want to be in the games where you're not favored.
Well, and my thing about it is this defense. They're doing a really good job on the defensive side too.
Hello, caller. You're on Hardie's Friday Night Blitz.
Good evening, guys.
Hey, good evening. How are you doing tonight?
I'm watching you on my iPad. You know how I can prove I'm watching you?
How's that?
One of them has got a black sweatshirt on. One of them's got a lime green or green short sleeve shirt on.
I was out working on the highways, and I came in here, so I got my fluorescent vest on.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm watching on my iPad, but I just thought I'd come in my bedroom because I didn't know if it'd be static. Not if I tried to call you and watching you on my iPad.
So which game you want to talk about?
Well, I am disappointed, and I used to play for Cleveland a long time ago. I'm disappointed in them this year, but you got to expect it when they don't. It's going to take about 2 years for Cleveland High School to get where they should be, I believe. And but I tell you, a game I want to see. I want to see Maryville play Oakland, and I guarantee you, Oakland's going to beat their socks off.
You talking about Oak Ridge?
Oakland Patriots. They will beat. They will beat.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about a region game. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
and I'm gonna go to that game. Oakland plays Maryville.
Yeah, that would be a heck of a game right there for sure. I mean, you talk about two
now,
quality
I
programs.
guess they'll play each other, but I think that they only play each other if they get in the playoffs. I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
But no, I actually listened to the Cleveland game. Terry Evans is a good friend of mine, and I've known Terry for years, And he's been broadcasting games. I don't know how long.
Oh,
if I keep on, I'm gonna tell this. I don't know how old was Terry? About 90.
I think he's 57.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about that.
Now, let me tell you something. Like I've said earlier, just continue to support these Cleveland Blue Raider football players, man. They need your support. I'll promise you, Coach Brown's going to get this thing turned around, and there will be guys transferring into Cleveland next year as opposed to what happened this past year. That's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I believe so too. I know Cleveland. Cleveland's been down this year, but now I think Cleveland intercepted a pass and went in for touchdowns. That's the only touchdown they had, I believe.
That's correct. Yep.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Yeah, yes. Both have a good night.
You too, sir.
Thanks. All right, let's see if we got another caller that can make it in to on the air with us. Hey, if you want to get on the show with us, give us a call, 423-614-6499. That's 423-614-6499.
Hello, caller. You're on Hardie's Friday Night Blitz.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, good. How are you doing, Brett?
How you doing, Andy?
Hey, I am doing well. What kind of news you got for us tonight?
I was just gonna give you the scores what had happened tonight.
All right, let's hear it.
Science Hill beats Bearden 35-0.
Ooh.
Well, that was to be expected, though, right?
We have them on our schedule.
Yeah, Bearden. We play them in the last game of the season, October 30th.
And Maryville too.
Yep, Maryville's coming up the game before that.
We have Cleveland losing to Maryville 44-7.
They sure did.
Yeah, that Maryville teams,
Bradley
they got
won.
some players now.
Bradley won 24-10.
Yep.
And did you hear anything about Bearden and Dobbs Bend and Oak Ridge?
Let me see if we can find that one. I didn't have that earlier.
I don't have that. Do you have that, Brett?
The score I had 23-7.
I have 30. I've got 33-7 now. Oak Ridge leading Dobbins Bennett. Oh, that's a final, by the way. 33-7. Oak Ridge over Dobbins Bennett.
33-7.
That's what we've got.
I'll get it off of Coach T. We have Oak Ridge also on our schedule.
Yeah, Oak Ridge is a quality football program, and that was a great addition to the region. If you like to watch quality football.
Yeah, and Walker Valley won 49-0.
Mm-hmm.
And Sweetwater ended up coming back and beating Polk County 35-28. Polk County won that game.
Right.
Science East Hamilton won 57-15.
Yep.
Beating Signal Mountain. McMinn County won 52-13. Is the Ray and Saudi final, right?
Yes. 35-13.
Yep.
I'll do that one. And Tyner beat Ooltewah, right? 62-14?
62-14, that's correct.
I was just going to say a big win. Congratulations to Damon and to Garrett Payne on the big win tonight against Notre Dame.
Beating up on Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I tell you, there was a lot of one-sided scores tonight.
He was the assistant coach at Bradley, too.
Yep.
Garrett Payne, Coach Payne.
Yep.
Sure was.
Yeah, we have next week we have Red Bank at home.
Yep.
And Cleveland's at Oak Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
And Bradley is at Ooltewah, and Walker Valley's at Ooltewah.
Yep.
And that's the only home game we have.
Yeah, Bradley's at home for the next 3 Fridays. Home against Red Bank, home against Oak Ridge, and home against Cleveland. So, it's going to be nice to stay at home for these next 3 games for the Bears.
But the flip side of that is they got to travel the
last
October,
3. Yeah.
And then October we're at Saudi Daisy.
Right. Well, hey Brett, what's your prediction for the Tennessee-Georgia game tomorrow?
I'm going with Tennessee on the big win.
Oh yeah. What do you think the final's going to be?
Tennessee big, 31-28.
Ooh, a tight one.
You know I do my own show, right?
I know. I've seen it a couple times.
I put Notre Dame on my pick.
Oh, you picked Notre Dame this week?
On college.
Yep, Notre Dame over Texas A&M, right?
Yeah. You know who I say on my show? I say something about Andy Morris being a Notre Dame fan.
He loves his Fighting Irish, man.
He does.
He's excited about that Texas A&M game tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon.
Don't forget, College Game Day is going to be up in Knoxville.
Are you going?
No, probably not.
Jacob Mason, he's a Bulldog fan, and he's going up there wearing his red and black. He says he's going to invade Neyland Stadium tomorrow. He said he'll be the black dot in the middle of the orange and white checkered Neyland Stadium.
Yeah.
Can you confirm this rumor, Brett? Rumor has it that you're going to be replacing Lee Corso on College Game Day. Is that true?
I've been, probably not. I'll call you guys. I'll see you guys next.
All right, Brett.
Friday night.
Well, thanks for calling in, buddy.
I was just gonna say, go Bears, and go Vols on big win tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you next week, Brett.
All right, you too. See you guys.
Speaking of college football, we do have some college football scores we can pass along to you. Indiana beat Indiana State 73-0. Man, how many 70-point games have we seen in college football lately? Syracuse leading 52-17 over Colgate, and Houston leading Colorado 16-14.
Lost that call. And then we had some games last night in college football too. I think it was.
Yeah, it was North Carolina State came back from to beat Wake Forest. Wake Forest had a big lead in that game, and NC State just came back on them.
And then there was another one. Wasn't there?
There was only one college game that I know. Of course, the Packers won in the NFL.
Thursday night against
and by the way,
Washington Commanders.
I think getting Micah Parsons. Huge get for the Green Bay Packers. That defense looks really good. And
that was a huge loss for the Eagles.
Oh, my God. Well, the Cowboys, they should have paid him. I'm just saying right now they should have paid him because he's probably the best defender in the NFL. But
that's right. He was a Cowboy.
He was a Dallas Cowboy, and now he's with the Green Bay
right.
Packers. And I'm sure the Eagles are thrilled about that because they don't have to face him twice a season when they play the Cowboys. But yeah, that's a big get for the Packers for sure. Let's go ahead and go to the phone line. Who we got?
Hey, this is old Victor Ortega. Just wanting to call and talk about how great of an athletic director Andy Jenkins is.
Oh my goodness! My one fan. Hey, hop in my DMs and I'll send you some merchandise.
Oh, it's RC.
Hey man, so tell us a little bit about the game. I know that Farragut's kind of been the kryptonite for years to us at Bradley Central, but how'd the game go tonight?
Yeah, it was good. I think Bradley really, I felt like, kind of controlled the game up front, like we always talked about.
Right.
They're dominant up there. Some of these plays that Farragut made were kind of just funky plays, right? So we get pressure on him and kind of breaks loose, breaks the tackle, and just kind of throws the ball up, and the kid goes and gets it and scores a touchdown. And turnovers, Farragut had 3 turnovers. We had 2. They had more penalty yardage than we did. I think they had like 9 penalties for 90-something yards. So, really it was one of those games where I do feel like Bradley kind of dominated, but, there was just some funky plays here and there that kind of made it seem closer than what it really was. So, but there was a moment in the game that was, and I've got the voice of the Bears, Gary Olney, sitting with me right now. Farragut was coming back. It was 14-10. I think there was about 6 minutes left, Gary, if I'm correct. And it was 4th and 2. Bradley was on their own 30-something yard line, but Coach Floyd decided to go for it on 4th and 2. And Braden Carroll broke a big yard for about 67 yards or however long it was for a touchdown on that 4th and 2. So that really changed the whole dynamics of the game. But really, I felt like Bradley controlled the game. It was just kind of silly plays here and there, kind of like that Lake Forest-Cleveland game a few weeks ago.
Right. Well, I tell you, Coach Floyd, nerves of steel. I mean, to make that call, on their own, you said 32-yard line, and then to bust that 67-yard play, that's big time. But that shows you how in touch he is with his team and his players, and you show your trust in players by doing things like that.
That's right, and that's what he talks about all the time is trust, and and he expects trust from his players and each other, but he also puts trust in them, and that's exactly what he did, and I think Gary's going to ask him here in a little bit, but that was also a real good time to go for it on 4th and 2, because if you don't get it, there's still 6 minutes left on the clock. If Farragut scores quickly, that's going to leave you enough time to possibly get in a 2-minute offense and go down and score. So I think there was a little bit of logic behind that and going for it there. But he just trusted his players, and they made the plays for him.
Let me ask you something. Is this Bradley team, is this going to be a team that's going to be dominated by their defense instead of their offense? I mean, to me, you just look at the scores, they just don't give up a lot of points in any game.
Yeah, I do think that, but I also think that they do have weapons on offense to make plays whenever necessary. I think when you have a young quarterback like Tucker, and I'll tell you, his arm has improved so much. His body's thicker. He's taller. He made some throws tonight that you're like, wow, man, that's some big boy quarterbacking right there. And still, learning as he goes, but. As much as you can limit him from throwing the ball 20 to 30 times a game is probably the best thing for your team. You want to control it defensively, control the game defensively, and run the football. And we talked about tonight. Do routine plays routinely, and Coach Floyd talks about that. And when you can play small ball, defense, offense, running the football, penalties, turnovers, special teams, you're going to have a pretty good football team, and you don't need a quarterback slinging around everywhere.
How many penalties did Bradley have tonight? I'm just curious.
Yeah, Bradley had 5. I think it was 5 for 50 yards.
You can live with that.
Farragut had somewhere around 9.
Well, that's a big improvement from last game.
Yeah, and that's what me and Gary were talking about is, each game they're improving on penalties. So, which is really cool to see. But if they can keep those down and just do what they've been doing, they're going to be tough to stop for sure. It really surprises me the McMinn game in the first week, but they had 16, 17 penalties, and it kills you.
Oh yeah.
So who was the shining light on offense tonight?
Yeah, it was definitely Braden Carroll. I think he had 3 receptions for about 35 yards and ran. I think he had like 9 attempts for. Well over 100 yards rushing. So, but Kenyon Phelps, he ran hard again too. I think he had 9 attempts for about 101. So,
good.
These guys are making plays, and offensive line wise, those boys are they're showing up for their backs, and they're getting after it. So, kudos to those big men as well.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate the call, man.
Well, listen, I know that Mr. Mason's going to walk up and Neyland tomorrow wearing all red.
No, he's wearing black. He says he wants to wear black. He says he really wants to stand out, so he's wearing a black shirt.
Well, I guess we like black up at Neyland too when we go dark mode.
He says because they're doing the checker Neyland, he says black will stand up against white and orange more than red would.
I got you. Well, he's going to be shaking in his space boots a little bit. Neyland's going to be rocking. So,
that's right.
They might not be barking at him, but they'll be chomping at the bits to get after those Georgia fans. So hopefully,
that's
Mr.
going to be a
Aguilar
long walk back to that car for him.
That's right.
Well, thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate you.
See you guys.
See you, buddy.
All right. Let's go ahead and get those finals in right now. If you're just now tuning in, Walker Valley defeats Chattanooga Central 49-zip. Maryville comes to Cleveland and beats the Blue Raiders 44-7. It was Bradley 24-10 over Farragut. Baylor defeats LFL Academy out of Missouri 42-16. Brentwood Academy goes to Chattanooga Christian and beats them 38-6. It was East Hamilton 57-15 over Signal Mountain. Last score we had from Hickson and Loudon was 20-7. Hickson was leading that game. McMinn County defeats Lenore City 52-13. Marion was leading Sequatchie County 13-10. That was the last score we got there. Meigs defeats McMinn Central 29-8. It's Boyd Buchanan all over Notre Dame 58-13. Polk County defeats Sweetwater 35-28. Red Bank was leading East Ridge 41-zip last time we checked. Howard and Sequoia was tied at 7. It was Ray County defeating Soddy Daisy 35-13. South Pittsburgh is all over Brainerd. This game is still ongoing, 49-zip there. And final score was Tyner 62, Ooltewah 14. So a lot of lopsided football scores tonight, Andy. But here locally, it went about according to plan, what we thought would happen.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It went exactly, how we thought it was going to go this week.
But anyway, if you've anyone out there, we only got a few more minutes. We're going to be here, but if you want to get in, give us a call right now on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. That number 423-614-6499. Tell us what you think about the local teams here, and we got, like I said, we got a few more minutes. We're going to hang out here, but for the most part, it's been a very successful night.
It's always nice when it's
wrapped up. Two out of three. That's, what is that? 67% winning percentage.
I think Meatloaf said that, wasn't it?
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's right.
See, I just dated myself because I knew exactly what you were saying, man. I love that stuff. Hey, you can hear those songs over there on the oldies station, man.
Hey, I love that.
That's
station.
A great station.
Mike
man.
Lee's got the best job here.
He does, man. I'm telling you. If you have not checked out, I'm just gonna love to cross promote around here. If you haven't checked out the Cleveland Oldies 99.1, do yourself a favor. Check it out. There's some great songs on the playlist there.
I grew up. My dad listened to a station out of Atlanta, Fox 97, 97.1, and they played all the oldies, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And it just reminds me of my dad listening to that, that kind of stuff. The Four Tops, the Supremes.
Yeah. We don't play any 50s over there, but they do play 60s, 70s, and they do sprinkle a few 80s here and there too. But it's really good stuff.
Yep.
Best era of music ever. I love the 80s too. Don't get me wrong, but I love the 60s, 70s, and 80s. That's my favorite era of music. I don't know what they're singing these days, man.
Well, I don't either. But I love the 80s and 90s.
We are aging, man. We are dating ourselves for sure. No, but I thought it was a very successful night tonight. I really did. So good for Bradley, good for Walker Valley. And listen, Cleveland, whoever made this schedule must not have really been a Blue Raider fan. They're at Oak Ridge next week. Man, that is just a brutal schedule. Cleveland, their schedule the whole season is brutal because then after that, Tyner, who they put 62 points on the board today, and then you're at Bradley. So these next 3 games, Oak Ridge, Tyner, and Bradley, Cleveland, we may not see W's, but I have a feeling we're going to see. They're going to put a scare in one or two of these games. I'll promise you, they're going to put a scare in one or two of these opponents that's coming up because I think Cleveland, the pride is going to come through, and I really expect Cleveland to show what they're made of and play competitive football against one of these or two of these next 3 games. I really believe that. So, anyway.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go over these final scores for our last time. Give us a call here at Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, the Warren and Griffin football scoreboard.
Did you know that a large number of student athletes vape, thinking it will give them a boost in performance? But you can't play if you can't breathe. Escape the Vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today, because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT Hand-Breaded Chicken Sandwich.
And you are listening to the Warren and Griffin football scoreboard. Jim, give us a final rundown of our scores from tonight.
All right. Walker Valley, they are all over Chattanooga Central 49-0. It was Maryville coming down to Cleveland, winning that game 44-7. Bradley goes to Farragut and comes away with a big road victory, 24-10 there. Baylor over LFL Academy out of Missouri, 42-16. Brentwood Academy over Chattanooga Central, 38-6. East Hamilton, 57-15 over Signal Mountain. McMinn County, 52-13 over Lenoir City. These are all final scores, by the way. McMinn Central, they fall to Meigs County, 29-8. It was Boyd Buchanan, 58-13 over Notre Dame. Sweetwater goes on the road but loses at Polk County. Polk County comes away with a 35-28 win there. Ray County goes on the road, and they come away with a win, 35-13 at Soddy Daisy. And finally, Tyner, they beat Ooltewah, and they beat them handily, 62-14. So Tyner, the Ram train is hot. And Tyner's put up some big scores this year.
They have. They sure have.
It's a good team.
Well, I guess that's it for tonight's show. But before we head out, I'd like to give a couple shout-outs. I'd like to give a shout-out, congratulations to Josh Gregory, my head football coach, on his first career win last night at the varsity level. Defeated Sweetwater 36-6. And our girls soccer program got a win tonight against Sequatchie County, 3-1. So
and that's the first win in a long time for them.
First win in a long time. So congratulations, Coach Burton and Coach Snyder.
Absolutely.
And our ladies. What job well done.
Absolutely, man. We love to see the local teams having success for sure. Well, man, I tell you what, it's been a fun Friday night and a very successful night. Pretty much what we thought would happen did happen. So congratulations to all the teams that came away with a win, and for those that came away a little bit less, happy. There's always next Friday, right? There's always next week.
That's right.
Anyway,
we'll have some good games to talk about next week. You have been listening to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with Andy Jenkins and Jim Gum, the Warren and Griffin football scoreboard.